FAQs about Cornus moss, a gardener's guide. As a gardening enthusiast, I've come to appreciate the charm and versatility of Cornus moss, commonly known as the Cornelian cherry. This hardy shrub or small tree offers not only aesthetic beauty, but also practical benefits in the garden. Over the years, I've received numerous questions about Cornus moss, and today, I'm excited to share some insights and tips based on my experiences. Let's dive into some frequently asked questions about this lovely plant. See more 56 species in genus Cornus. Dogwood at monsterholic.com. What is Cornus moss? Cornus moss, or Cornelian cherry, is a deciduous shrub or small tree native to Europe and Western Asia. It's known for its bright yellow flowers that bloom in late winter to early spring, long before most other plants start to wake up from their winter slumber. The plant produces small, cherry-like red fruits that are edible and packed with nutrients. Cornus moss is highly valued for its ornamental appeal, edible fruits, and adaptability to different growing conditions. Can you eat Cornus moss? Yes, you can eat the fruits of Cornus moss. They are small, oval, and turn bright red when ripe. The fruits have a tart flavor, similar to cranberries, and can be eaten fresh or used in jams, jellies, and sauces. I've found that the taste improves after the first frost, which makes them less astringent and more palatable. They are also rich in vitamin C and P, making them a healthy addition to your diet. Is Cornus moss fragrant? While Cornus moss is appreciated for its ornamental and edible qualities, it is not particularly known for its fragrance. The small yellow flowers that bloom in early spring do not emit a strong scent. However, their vibrant color and early appearance make them a cheerful sight in the garden after a long winter. When does Cornus moss flower? Cornus moss typically flowers in late winter to early spring, depending on the climate. In my garden, I've noticed the first signs of blooming as early as February, with the peak bloom usually happening in March. The bright yellow flowers appear before the leaves, creating a striking contrast against the bare branches and often against a backdrop of snow, making it one of the first signs of spring. How to pollinate Cornus moss? Pollination is crucial for Cornus moss if you want a good harvest of fruits. The plant is partially self-fertile, meaning it can produce some fruits on its own, but you'll get a much better yield if you have more than one plant. Planting multiple Cornus moss trees close to each other encourages cross-pollination, which leads to more abundant fruiting. In my garden, I've noticed a significant increase in fruit production after planting a second Cornus moss nearby. When to prune Cornus moss? Pruning Cornus moss is essential for maintaining its shape and health. I usually prune my Cornus moss in late winter or early spring, just before the new growth starts. This timing helps shape the plant and encourages vigorous growth without cutting off the developing flowers. Removing any dead or diseased wood, as well as thinning out crowded branches, helps improve air circulation and light penetration, keeping the plant healthy and productive. How to propagate Cornus moss? Cornus moss can be propagated through seeds, cuttings, or layering. I've had success with softwood cuttings taken in early summer. Simply cut a healthy shoot, remove the lower leaves, and plant it in a pot filled with a well-draining soil mix. Keep the soil moist and place the pot in a shaded area until the cutting roots. Layering is another effective method, where a low-growing branch is bent down and partially buried in the soil until it develops roots. What to plant with Cornus moss? Cornus moss pairs well with other early flowering shrubs and perennials that can complement its yellow blooms. In my garden, I've planted it alongside forsythia, witch hazel, and hellebores. These companions provide a continuous display of color from late winter into spring. Underplanting with bulbs like snowdrops and crocuses can also create a lovely early season display. Can you grow Cornus moss indoors? Growing Cornus moss indoors is not recommended. This plant thrives in outdoor conditions where it can experience the natural seasonal changes necessary for its growth cycle. It needs full sun to partial shade in well-drained soil. If you try to grow it indoors, it may not receive enough light and may struggle with the lack of space for its roots to develop properly. Is Cornus moss toxic? Cornus moss is not toxic to humans or pets, making it a safe choice for gardens where children and animals may be present. The fruits are edible and, as mentioned, are used in various culinary applications. However, As with any plant, it's best to ensure that the fruits are ripe before consuming, as unripe fruits can be quite sour and astringent. Cornus moss versus Cornus officinalis. What's the difference? Both Cornus moss and Cornus officinalis, also known as Japanese Cornelian cherry, are similar in appearance and have similar growing habits. The main differences lie in their origin and slight variations in flowering and fruiting times. Cornus officinalis tends to flower slightly earlier than Cornus moss and may have a slightly more upright growth habit. However, both are excellent choices for early spring color and edible fruits. How to care for Cornus moss. Cornus moss is a low-maintenance plant that is relatively easy to care for. It prefers full sun to partial shade and well-drained soil. I water my Cornus moss regularly during the first few years to help establish its roots, but once established, it is drought-tolerant. Mulching around the base of the plant helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. Fertilizing in early spring with a balanced fertilizer supports healthy growth and abundant flowering. Benefits of growing Cornus moss. Growing Cornus moss offers several benefits. It provides early-season color with its bright yellow flowers, adds visual interest with its red fruits, and offers edible fruits that can be used in various culinary applications. Additionally, Cornus moss is hardy and adaptable, making it suitable for a wide range of garden settings. Its resistance to pests and diseases also makes it a reliable choice for low-maintenance landscaping. In conclusion, Cornus moss is a versatile and attractive plant that can enhance any garden. Whether you're looking for early spring color, edible fruits, or a low-maintenance addition to your landscape, Cornus moss is a great choice. By understanding its needs and characteristics, you can enjoy the many benefits this plant has to offer.